from the physio today, so I'm hurt.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Heard as well.
Do
Okay,
we have viewers already?
okay. I will leave my words to my two great assistants. Ah,
Who
What?
might, who might that
okay.
be?
So we go ahead. So hello guys, this is our first stream about ClipStudio Paint X version. Today we have Buzzmarine Comics, Jeroen there, and Darksiders Comics. Marina's here,
Hello.
guys. And this stream
Hi.
is going to be about how to use ClipStudio Paint, and or at least I will show it how I use it. So also you guys who are watching us and you two guys, if you have any questions, you just need to ask. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing I would like to talk about is probably comparison of ClipStudio Paint and Photoshop. I already mentioned it before in my first stream today, and that was mostly about artists who are drawing or who are making comics and want to get some kind of software for making comics. And some people use Photoshop, some people use I don't know, Paint Tool Sai, and some people use ClipStudio Paint. And I started using ClipStudio Paint like half a year ago, and yeah, it was really awesome because it saves you space and time. Space because Photoshop creates great and huge files like that's like hundreds of megabytes if you want to have like good resolution. And when it comes to time, because Clip Studio Paint has some features that literally do things for you. You don't need to manually do them, so the program does them for you. Okay, so
Okay.
probably we'll start with creating a canvas. Okay, so you go to file, you click new, and there are a few options right over here, and you can choose whether you want a colored, just some simple illustration, or you want a comic, or you want printing of fanzine. It allows you even to make an animation. So far I got to illustration and comics, so I don't know, which one would you like to show first?
Um. Yeah, let's start with the basics, right? Just go with one of the other. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Just go with
first
comics.
I will only show you how it makes a comic chapter for you, and then we'll switch to illustrations so I can show you some tools. Okay, so if you want to make a comic, you click comic, and it gives you some options there, so you can choose the size of the papers. You can choose the bleed. You can choose the margins. You can even choose whether you want your comic to be color, great, or monochrome. You need to be careful about the monochrome. First time I clicked monochrome, um, this setting doesn't allow to switch opacity of the brushes, so you won't get gray tones, only black and only white.
Okay.
When you have gray, it allows you to do the monochrome like black, gray, dark gray, light gray, and white. And color also allows you like full color palette. So that's it. I usually use the gray one. And then you go and set how many pages you want, whether you want binding from left or right, whether you do a comic or a manga,
Oh, that's
it
cool.
depends. Whether you want two-page spreads, like many artists do, that they draw a scene on a double page spread.
Yes.
So when you have all this set, you can even make a folder where your comic will be loaded, or where it will be saved. And you click OK, and suddenly you have just a minute or just a sec. It's creating it, and suddenly you have like 20 pages of comics. And if you want, you can start working on any of them. So
Oh,
if
that's
you have,
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. you just double click on any page you want to work with. So, for example, if I have my comic right here, I will open my chapter number 2. So I will open it. I just clicked it. It's loading, and it looks like this. So if I want to work on any specific page, I just, for example, I was working on this one. I just double click it, and it opens the specific page. And you work as you want.
Oh, that's cool, because normally I'm just playing around with Photoshop a little bit a couple of months ago, and I only do one page, and then I'm gonna save it and then gonna do the other page. But this feature that you can make that ClipStudio creates a comic like format for you, I didn't know. That's actually really great.
Yeah, it's really good. It even gives you these crop marks, so you will know. For example, this space over here is something you don't need because your page should be up to here.
Yes.
It should end there where the crop marks are. Also a something's wrong. Okay, probably too much. Also, a really good thing about this that when you have this whole chapter over here, you can look over the pages really easily and quickly. When I was doing a first chapter in Photoshop, it was like I needed to open every single page over and over again, and suddenly my laptop was burning. So it was like big files, big sizes, and you couldn't see like the overall image of your comic.
Right.
And you can see it here pretty easily. So, okay, so I will close this. So it will create you a whole chapter if you need. That's for your comic. And now let's do the tools. So I click new, illustration. Let's call it, I don't know, example. And you can set it to, it depends, it's up to you. Like I work with centimeters because I like that, but some pros like to work with millimeters.
So what is the most preferable format with this one? A4 or less? Or?
It's up to you. I like to work with bigger formats because it's always easier to make it smaller, but if you want to resize it to make it bigger, it gets pixelated.
Yes.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So I always work like with big canvas. For example, if I do a single illustration picture, like I was doing this prison guy video, I think I had it set up to, I don't know, 60 per 60 or maybe 40 per 60 centimeters. And the resolution, I never go below 300 dpi, never.
Okay, and that is for printing, right? If I'm recalling it correctly.
That is for printing, yes.
Yeah, because if you, go ahead.
No, just go on.
Yeah, I heard if you if the DPI is not good, then the printer, if you make a physical copy, is going to have some problems because they can, I'm not totally sure, bring it up to 300 DPI, but it takes work for them, and you have to, it's better that you do it yourself beforehand.
Yeah, it also allows you, this program also allows you to export it fully.
Okay, cool. Great.
Also, if you are doing a comic, it automatically offers you to do the 600 DPI. It's recommended.
600 instead of 300.
Yes, a comic is always recommending you automatically 600 DPI. It's like a preset over here.
Okay, so you don't have to do anything with that at all. So 600 DPI is automatically, and you could just go ahead.
Well, you can set it to 350. These are the two options over here. I always choose the bigger one because it's always easier to make a picture smaller and to like make it bigger and lose some pixels on the way.
Yeah. For the maybe you explain, maybe if people are watching and never experience this kind of programs, what does the pixels actually do, right? Maybe you can tell a little bit about that. When it comes to pixels, because when it comes to pixels, if I'm heard it all correctly, and if I'm not correct, then please remind me or correct me. if you blow up pixels, let's say you do a flower and you zoom in and you see a lot of pixels, right? You
Yeah.
can manipulate those pixels. And if you're gonna draw them, you manipulate it, and you're gonna blow them up, and you do it wrong, and you need to print that. For instance, you want to print that flower. You see those pixelators, those blocky
Yeah.
kind of.
Those little squares. Those are
Yeah, it's those
those are
squares.
the
Yeah,
pixels.
exactly. So
Usually when I'm at school, I explain my students in this way. Just a minute.
mhm. Because you can lose pixels, right? And also gain pixels.
Yeah. So this what how I explain. Like there are two basic graphic types. That's bitmap
Mhm.
and vector. And this program is
Yes.
bitmap.
Vector is for straight lines, and bitmap is I don't know anymore.
Yes, bitmap
So,
is pixels. Those are the
oh yeah,
like pictures,
exactly. Yeah,
photos,
yeah,
whatever you make. It's like visual.
yes,
And vector is based on mathematics and physics. It creates some kind of outer line, and when you expand it, it recounts it, and it's always nice and smooth because it doesn't operate with the pixels at all.
exactly. Yes.
And the thing with bitmap is that there's always a setting. I've even had the picture somewhere. Like
Hmm.
if you want to print some kind of format, what the resolution should be for the picture, so you don't get this picture pixelated.
Yes.
And that's the case here. If you make the resolution bigger, you almost never like lose anything because you have big resolution. You can always make the picture smaller, print it smaller, and nothing happens. You just lose like tons of details. For example, if I make this picture like huge, yeah, and I draw something, let's take for example, I make this circle, I draw like eyes and a smiley face, yeah, and I
That's my
go.
art, by the way. You copy my art. This is what I do.
Then you are a professional artist.
Oh yeah, I know. I can make a happy face, right?
Yeah, and many people do that. That they really zoom in and do like these friggin' details. Yeah, like okay, it's really cool, it's nice, it's pretty, but these details work if you are printing huge formats, because once you are printing this format like this, like looking at this, it's going to be a postcard. Then why the hell did you do those eyelashes?
Right. Yeah.
And that is what is the resolution good for, because if you're the bigger the resolution, the bigger the format is allowed to be printed.
Yeah, but isn't it so that if you have a lot of just I'm just hearing this, and I could be totally wrong. I'm going to repeat that a lot because I have I followed a workshop a long time ago, and I'm almost forgetting everything. If you make a big picture smaller, what
Hmm.
happens then with the pixels? Isn't that so that the pixel getting cluttered? So instead, you have a I don't know, if you have a square, right, and you're gonna resize them down, doesn't that
Hmm.
mean that all those pixels are getting crammed up and it looks like a big block of blackness? There's no resolution there anymore, or more detail, I mean.
I don't know. Actually, I never tried. Well, because I've made my pictures, the one that I made with my students.
Yes, okay, well, maybe I'm telling it wrong. So if you, let's say your art that you are doing right
Mm-hmm.
at the screen a couple hours ago. So if you have that on I don't know, A4, but you wanted to crop it in like a what, in a small panel, right? You're gonna put it there in the top of your corner.
Mm-hmm.
So all the detail that you have put in, it
They get
just
lost.
stays there.
No, they
No,
get
okay.
lost. Like the tiniest detail, they get lost. Just as you could see it here. This is a big picture. Like you
Yes.
can see the eyelashes. And once
Mhm.
I resize it, for example, I
Yes.
take it and I can make it like super small.
Yes.
And now when I scroll, you can see those eyelashes got blurry.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Yeah.
So that's what happens. But since we're talking about printing media, it's always better to make it bigger and then go small than go the other way around.
They do
So
that in
basically,
traditional comic book art as well. They usually, in Europe, they draw it on A3 format and they print it on A4. And in America, they usually draw it on 11 by 17 inches, and the standard comic size is even smaller than a European A4 size. So
That's it.
yeah, European is a little bit bigger than the format than exactly that used in America. So
Because
basically, if you wanted to have a small panel, so let's say you're drawing on an A4 and you have a scene there, and there are multiple panels in that and on that A4, like say 6 panels, right? So
yeah,
it is smart for that person not put in all too much detail in one panel, because if you are
yes,
shrink it, all the detail is getting lost. Is that
if you
correct? Is that how I'm saying it
yes,
right?
yes, definitely. I can even show you that. I'm just searching for example, this picture over here. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Like this one is bigger, so there are more details than, for example, this one over here. You basically even can see that the eyes are not that much detailed, the face is not detailed, the hair is not that detailed. Then, for example, compared to uh, I don't know, this picture over here. You can
No,
see
yeah.
like almost everything over here. And that is the rule. The bigger the panel, the more details should there be. When the
Yeah.
panel is small, and you should always keep that in mind that, yeah, okay, right now I'm doing a little panel, so I don't need to put so many details into that, because, okay, you can see that panel big while you're drawing it, and you can think like, oh my god, this panel is big, I need to toy with it a lot, and then there need to be like many details. But once you print it, the panel is actually this big and no one can see those eyelashes there, no one.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing about making it smaller and blurry and making it bigger and also blurry is that if you make a big resolution and then you shrink it, you're losing the details, but
Yeah.
you're losing only the details.
Yeah,
But,
but if you
but
blow it up, you make it bigger, you see a lot of pixels
yeah,
because yeah,
yes,
okay,
yeah, you lose the quality of the whole picture.
exactly.
So it's
So
compared. Either you lose the details or you lose the whole picture.
yeah, so before you draw anything or put that blank white screen in front of you that you are creating, you have
Mhm.
to put in manually, or it does automatically, how big the resolution will be before you start, right? So
Yeah,
if you
well,
create a panel like this one, let's say this is an A4 blank white panel,
mhm.
you have to create it before you do anything, right? You have to put in the DPI, you have put in the amount of pixels that you want to use or can create on that forgetting.
Yes, if you're
Yeah,
if you're if you're creating your file, if you're creating your
exactly.
book,
That's what I
it
meant. File. Yeah.
automatically sets your comic to, but all pages are set to the resolution that you set.
Okay. So what is the standard resolution? Does ClipStudio automatically put that in as well, or not? Do you have to put it in manually?
These are the two options that it gives you. And I was watching some tutorials as well on ClipStudio Paint, and many
Mhm.
comic artists are using 600 DPI for the print.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, well, it works like this. You either choose like Euron said, you either choose like huge format like A2 or maybe A1 and make the resolution a little bit smaller, or you make like A4 format, but then you need to have bigger resolution.
Right.
At least
Right.
that is how I understand it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, Jeroen, you get all this? I mean, you are being quiet. I mean, do you work with Clip Studio or are you a
no,
professional as well?
I already had a sneak preview a few days ago. She already explained
Speaker,
the
right?
beginning basics of it, and But yeah, what you asked about, that's usually why traditional artists also do the thumbnail stage, you know? You have to plot out the page so you know how much space you have for whatever you're going to draw on that page.
Right.
Okay,
So-
let's do this. Give me some model situation, like what is happening. Like let's
Well, he's
let's say,
smiling.
no. Let's delete this smiley face and give me some situation for a comic page. Like what is happening on the comic page.
Okay, let's do something simple. A guy walking down the street.
Okay, guy walking down the street, and what happens?
He turns the corner and there's some person who is attacking them, mugging them, stealing from them. Like a criminal wants to rob him.
Okay, so we need to.
Yeah, so Marinus is standing around the corner.
Okay, so let's say.
I'm a criminal? Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. Do I have a face of?
You were criminally late.
Well, it's only 5 minutes that I was late. You could have gone live.
I'm joking. By the way, we have a comment.
Yeah, we have a
Oh, really?
comment.
A
I cannot
virtual
see the
hug.
comment, by the way.
Yeah, virtual
Because I'm-
hug from Johanka. Johanka was here on my first stream today,
Ah.
and we talked a lot. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Hi, Johanka.
You can share that comment. Do you know that?
I don't know how.
Yeah, if you tap on the comment in the StreamYard comments,
Okay.
then it shows up in the. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay.
Only
Virtual hug.
yeah, it doesn't show the icon from.
Yeah,
That's
the
why
smiley
it's
faces.
virtual. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Hi, Johanka.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for being on the stream.
So we have this situation that the guy is walking in the street, he turns around the corner and something happens to him. That's good because we are going to use this hi. Another comment, sorry. Okay.
Show it. Hi. Maybe she has a question or not. I don't
Hey,
know.
Johanka, do you have any question for us? Right, we will wait.
She's typing really fast now.
Can you see it?
No, I cannot see it because I'm looking at a tablet, not on a laptop. If I'm going on a laptop or my computer, then I can see everything. But the device that I'm watching right now with a tablet, it's not made for that or something. I heard that before, so I cannot share screen or something. I can only watch it and chat.
Okay. So,
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Sure.
Okay. So we have this guy walking in the street. He turns around the corner and he is attacked. We are going to use, and I'm going to show you how to use perspective ruler and some other tools along the way. So let's start making thumbnails.
Okay.
Okay, so first I would start probably with some picture, maybe small picture showing the surroundings that we are talking about, some street, maybe, hey, so we are going to make a layout for the page. It's going to be dirty, messy, ugly, and yeah.
What? It's going to be what?
Okay.
Gonna be a fun stream.
It already is. Okay, so let's say this is maybe the street, and here are some shop windows. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here are maybe some door. This is the pavement. Yeah, and here is maybe some kind of car. Yeah, it's ugly and so on. Blah blah blah. Then
There's
we have.
going to be a lot of blah blah.
Looks like a creepy ass monster with wheels.
Come on, guys, help me out. Okay, and we have this stick man over here. He's walking in the street, and here we want the corner. Probably.
Yes.
A dark alley.
Dark.
What we want now is to introduce the guy. I'm not really 100% on the paneling right now. So
No.
maybe we are going to show him that he's like walking in the
Ready?
street and he's
Yeah.
holding a phone. Yeah, and he's walking, 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 not noticing. Maybe add some detail that brings
Yeah,
the
he's
person.
distracted. He's looking on his phone, right?
Yeah, like closer, maybe even closer. It depends what he's how we want to introduce the person. If it is really important, I would even probably add just a sec. Okay,
He's on TikTok.
eyes. Yes, he's on TikTok. He's smiling, and he's maybe writing some kind of love message or message. I don't know. I would even add some eyes, maybe like he's looking down. Yeah, detail. It's
Right.
ugly. It doesn't matter. It's ugly. I don't
No, no,
know.
no, no, no. It's just funny.
Wouldn't it be better? You already showed one panel where he's looking down. If you show in the other panel, instead of the eyes, you show a phone screen or something. You show what he's doing.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah,
Okay,
typing
so
on the
but
phone or something. Yeah.
you need to see a little bit of phone here in that case. So we can
Yes.
show him maybe holding the phone, and the phone would be here. And okay, maybe maybe the screen. He's watching something funny. Yeah, and we have the phone. He turns around the corner. Probably I got a great advice from a friend from Singapore about this one. It would be great to show some legs. Like
Okay.
I have 3 tips on this single paper. I have this paper on my screen, and there are 3 tips I got from this friend of mine. And first one is extreme close up on face. We kind of got it here. Wait,
Right.
here. Then
Yes.
second one is feet or floor. That means you should probably use the low perspective mode. So we are going to show that here is the corner. This is black, and maybe his legs should be somewhere around here.
Right. So you're using different. Okay, I got it. You're using different perspective to tell a story instead of
Yeah.
close up, close up, close up. That doesn't. Okay.
Yeah. And maybe if this panel was even wider, like going over here, right, like over here, we could even show, or we can try it even now. Like there is someone behind the corner already waiting. So okay, it's ugly and bad. Okay, but there is a person over here, 2 legs,
Right.
waiting, and we could see, for example, I don't know
Dun, dun, dun.
what should
Who
happen.
will be-
Maybe
Yes.
fish flying.
Yeah, maybe a fist. I don't know.
Yeah, fist going to his
Grab
face.
him, you're grabbing him
I would
toward.
I would show movement, a lot of movement, like I don't know, like knife. You don't. Is it a good knife?
Oh,
No.
no.
I would even maybe do some overlapping of the panel. That would be nice, like showing the movement a lot. And okay, it's ugly, it's bad, it doesn't matter. This is how you do thumbnails. And
Right.
there is this great feature in ClipStudio Paint that allows you to make it reference layer. It's called reference layer. You click over here on the right side. There is this icon, and it turns it blue.
Oh, cool.
You might have seen this on Twitter, like people posting these blue sketches and then posting clean line arts, black.
Yes, because what I did is it sounds a little bit weird, but when I just doodling around in Photoshop, I just used blue outline to doodle something, and then going on with a black one over it to add more detail and more clean lines. And then after that, I'm gonna color it in, or just use inking a little bit. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if you put out the coloring, it's I do 3 times the same drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But probably you can do it only in 2, I guess.
It's up to, it can be blue, it can be red, it can be pink, whatever you want. The color doesn't
Hmm.
really matter here. But it allows you to just draw. For example, I've been watching, Boichi, my inspiration, and he was making some video himself, and he was doing it just the way you did it. He just set his pen to red, and okay, it won't allow me, but he was just scribbling in. Wait, what's going on? Okay, we created a black and white picture, but I will make it color. And he was just drawing his doodles just the way you did, but he was using red color. So he didn't need to push this button at all because he already had it set it like this.
Right.
I'm not explaining well, am I?
Well, I'm seeing you creating layers, so maybe we can explain that a little bit of Bell. What is the use of layers? I know what it does, but maybe for new people.
Okay. Well,
So,
layers, layers.
what is the first layer? What is the first layer?
The first one over here is paper. It's always white, and I think you're not allowed to draw in at all.
No,
It's
no.
just
The first
there.
layer should be always be untouched.
Yeah, yeah, but it won't allow you. It physically won't allow you to draw anything. You can see the circle. It just tells you you
Yeah.
can't draw here. So you need
Okay.
to make like layer number one on which you can draw.
Yes.
And
So this whole panel that you draw in well black and now blue, that is layer number one, right?
yeah,
And then you do making another layer after
yes,
that.
yes, and you can do like 5 other layers. It depends how skilled you are, because there are some people who will make the very first sketch like really good. Yeah, and okay, I'm satisfied with the sketch. I just click it to the reference layer, and I start line art on the very next layer. But there are people like me, I don't do that. I make really ugly sketchy layer, then I make another layer, sketchy layer, but a little bit neater. Yeah,
Yes.
like more
But
neat.
you're gonna go over the first layer
Yes,
with the
yes,
yeah, okay. So you use the second layer to go over the first layer. So
yes,
basically you put another paper on the first one, and then you're gonna draw on that paper, and then you put another paper on the second paper, and then you're gonna draw that one. Okay.
yes.
Something like that, right? Yes.
It's again, it's about skills. So when I lower the opacity here, it gets lighter, and
Yeah.
I can scribble over it again, like
Yes.
making it. Now I'm again doing ugly, sketchy thing, but it's more detailed, more anatomically correct. Yeah, it's not like the first one.
Right.
Okay, okay, show me yourself, big guy. No, no, yes.
Okay. What? What's the question?
Okay, I'm checking your hairstyle. Okay, so let's
Well,
say.
you kind of paint you kind of
Oh, okay. Just a sec, because my tablet just decided to die.
who's dying?
I will need to my tablet, because I
Ah,
have built-in battery, and I don't like using cables a lot because there are too many cables on the table. So I need to plug
that's a
it in
good question.
quickly.
I need to recharge mine as well, but can do a little bit later, I guess. Oh, my
Uh,
charger isn't. Okay, that's not very good. But hey, I got 49%,
okay,
so we can make it.
okay. I'm plugged in. I'm back. So I'm just scribbling maybe some hair.
Make it full. I'm balding.
Yeah, or not? We can see.
Yes, it's great.
Okay. Now he's looking down. We want to point that out. For people who can't do this, it's good to make like these, the guidelines.
Yes.
But that's the thing about drawing. It doesn't really matter.
By the way, what are you using to draw? Are you using a pen,
Yes,
a
right
digital
now
pen?
I'm using the pen. I wanted to go through the tools, but you asked some questions, so I will go through the tools a little bit later.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, he's laughing. It's really funny, and we have it there, and we have another, yeah, ugly and gooey sketch. So I will turn this one
Are you
off.
calling me fat?
No.
Okay.
Nobody said that, so you just basically
I
told
heard the word
us that
ugly.
you are fat.
You calling me fat? It hurts
But
and
lobsters
hurts me.
aren't fat. And then
Okay. So
I
okay.
can make it blue again and again and again until I'm satisfied. And now I can basically look and start making clean line arts because I'm fine with it now. So I will just do some clean line art, and that's how you do it.
Right. So
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So you use then how many layers, or doesn't matter how many layers you're gonna use?
It depends. It really depends because I'm doing panels where I need like three more sketch layers till I'm satisfied with the sketch enough to make line art. And
Right.
there are panels where I need only one, and that also the size. It's about the size. So when I do tiny panels with not many details, I don't use that many like reference layers.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
that's it. Okay,
Cool.
so about the tools now, I would like to show you and introduce you to the tools, and I will just switch these layers off. You will unsee it. That's the same feature
Hmm.
as in Photoshop.
Yes.
Okay, about the tools, all the tools I have are set on the left of the screen. So basically, we'll start with the first one. That's operation, and I will show you that one a bit later. Selection tool, that's also the same as in Photoshop. It allows you to make selections, different type of selections. So that's
Right.
definitely interesting. These, okay, Magic Wand, you probably know this one.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you want to select something on the specific screen, it allows you, but you need to have the space closed everywhere because it will get everything around. So that's the
Yeah.
magic
Just
wand.
select everything. Yeah, and then you can do stuff with that. Right.
Yeah, and how people draw, they use many tools. The first one is pencil. So ClipStudio has like many different like types of tools like pencil. It has this pencil that looks like a real pencil, like
Hmm.
when you look from further away. But it also
Yeah.
has many different other, or it has a pastel. It has anything you basically wish for. So all you need to do is figure out in your head which tools you like and which tools you want to use for what, and just use them because there are, for example, for me there are too many tools for me. I only use like 5 maybe because
Yeah.
those are my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But for sketches, pencils are quite good. Some people use them to make like sketchy pictures, like pencil, like they want to get this pencil like feeling, so they use this. Then next one, you have pens. The basic preset pens are called G pens. In ClipStudio Paint, we call it G pen, and that's the basic pen you use for everything you want. Okay, just a minute because I will make a new layer. So these are the pens. They are for inking. There you can always reset it to anything you want over here because each tool you have has their own tool property panel.
Right.
So you can play with it to the I don't know. I haven't even tried the possibilities of each tool, like endless possibilities. Really, you just need to go through it and just figure out what works for you.
Yeah, got it.
So these are the preset pens, but I already have those pens that I told you about. I bought some pens from Ram Studio Comics, and those are. It also has G pen like this one, but see the difference. Okay, I will take the original G pen and set it to 100, no 250, and make a stroke. And this is the stroke with the original G pen. And now I take a G pen that I bought, again 250, and this is the same stroke. Probably not much of a difference, but it does this really thin endings. I love that.
Yeah, just like you
And
do it with a pencil and on paper.
yeah,
If you go do it quicker,
and
yes.
this is the original.
Right.
So this one is kind of smoother and thinner. And there are many other different brushes that I really like to use. For example, I already showed this one. If you make a quick stroke, you will get like a shade. When I close it up, it will look like this.
Oh yeah, like a
And
feather
if
or
you
something.
make yes, and if you make the strokes like like uneven and play with it, different
Yeah, you can make
angles.
great effects in
Yeah,
here.
yeah, you can create fur. I use it to make fur with my wolves.
Oh, cool.
So this is it, and maybe I don't know this one. You need to really look them up. This for tense atmosphere is really good. Or maybe this one.
That's good for your void.
Yeah.
Point.
Okay.
Call of the Void.
Oh, the logo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can make bricks, brick wall with a
Oh,
single stroke.
custom bricks. That's cool.
Trump could use that for his wall.
Or
Don't
if
don't
you
talk
have
politics
gun,
now.
if you have gun, you can make like bullet shots.
Oh, nice.
So there
Oh,
are
I need
many.
that one.
I thought
Can
so.
you can you manipulate those as well? Those
Yes,
presets?
yes, yes. That's the thing I wanted to show you. That I go over here and I say I want to play with, for example. Okay, this one actually doesn't allow it. Some of them allows to manipulate them and some don't. For example, this one just doesn't. So sorry. I can show you.
Yes.
You can use this one, for example, for making smoke effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
you just need to figure out what each
Right.
yeah can do. Then there are brushes. These were the pens, and then there are brushes. And I tried like lots of them, but I found this one. It's called Paint and Apply, and it's really good. It's awesome. I'm going to do one single stroke, and I'm not lifting my pen from the board at all. Just one
Hmm.
single stroke. Just watch it. Okay, hard, and then I soften it up.
Ah, okay. That's
Yeah,
nice.
it's big, so it was making. So this is how you can do it. And same it works when you click over here. Right now I was drawing black, and right now I'm going transparent. So I can just do the same, just the other way around. So I'm basically deleting it.
Yeah.
I really like using this brush, for example, for skin. When you are toning the skin in your pictures, like
Yeah.
doing colored picture, it's really
Oh,
good
yeah.
because it
Like you
helps
did.
you.
Yeah, with the arms and with the face. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
yes, yes. Because there is this tool over here that allows you to blend colors, and it does the same. Just it's a bit of a more work for me. Yeah, this is the blending tool. So it will blend two colors into one. but this pen just does it for you. So if you find a way around, it's good for you.
Yeah, I love
Or-
black and gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Also, for example, I use this brush for hair when I'm doing normal colored picture because it does paint over. You can paint over all the time. You can see.
Oh yeah.
So when you're doing some hair, it gives you like really good feeling.
Awesome.
So this is
Oh, wow.
another brush. Then we have airbrush, and again, many possibilities over here. By the way, if you don't like any of these or you need some special, there is this special feature over here that it's called Open Clip Studio, and it kicks you into Clip Studio official program because this is Clip Studio Paint, and now we're opening Clip Studio, and this is it. And when you click Clip Studio Assets, we need to wait a little bit longer because it's
Okay, so you're loading some tools in it.
once again.
I get it. You loading some tools in it in ClipStudio?
Yes, it's like how do you call it? Cloud. It's like
Yeah.
cloud for everything you want. Okay, these are some random new things uploaded last, I don't know, few days or few weeks. And let's say I need some kind of brick brush. So I type brick. Some are free and some are paid. So if I want to select free, I click like this button over here. I select free, and I want it to be brushed. So I select brush and I put close. And this is what it offers me. So for let's say I like this one or this one. So I click it, I open it. Someone made this. Yes, someone made this and offered it to me for free. As you can see, this is how the brush looks. All you need to do is download it. And when you download it, I'm not going to do that because I don't want this brush for now. But if I'm going to download it, it appears over here. Now I'm closing. And then these are some materials over here that you can use. There are extra materials. And here you can see download. And these are all downloaded things that you can use later. For example, I downloaded this grunge brush. It looks over here, and I have it over here. And it gives you this, wait a sec. It gives you this effect.
Right. Some specs.
Yes, this is specs, but when I set color to black, like both, because it chooses it picks both colors, black and white. Now, but when I set all colors to black, I will have this grungy effect.
Can you make the effect bigger?
What do you mean by bigger?
Well, you have these very small specks when you go over the page with the pen. But can you make those specks bigger?
You can
The
literally
effect
make them
itself?
bigger by transforming the picture, but this specific brush has this setting that it once you make the brush bigger, it only makes the spread of the spraying bigger. So
No.
That's too bad.
I will show you. Okay, now I have my brush set to 40, and this is the stroke.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to set it to 700, no, 250, and it does this.
That's
So
too bad.
It only, but if you want to make it bigger, then there is this tool like scale and rotate. So I click it and just make it bigger.
Can I interfere a little bit, Jeroen?
Yeah.
I got an email from XP Pen. That's the tablet that I have. Today, drawing tablet plus display and display 30% off. Only today.
Okay.
Just check that. If you are interested, right?
Yeah, send me a link.
I can't. It's on my phone. Well, I'm not sure I can. Wait a minute. I'm gonna forward a little bit. So you want to have a drawing tablet, right?
Yes.
And Miriam, you recommended a Wacom, I guess.
Yes, I definitely recommend Wacom brand because they are, I'd say, they are most compatible with all programs that are there. And the thing is, there are like many producers of many things. Like I don't want to name anyone, but there are some producers who started making, for example, shoes, and now they are making like watches, T-shirts,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bands and stuff, and they are focusing on many things, not doing it 100% quality. Wacom is making tablets only. I
Yeah,
think
but Wacom is also very expensive, right?
yes, but how to put
Wacom
it?
is basically the Apple of the tablets. That's how I
Yes,
call it.
yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I got
before
me.
I got my
Mhm.
first Wacom, I was working with Genius tablet, and it was cheap and it was working, but it wasn't it.
Yeah. Well, I got a tablet called XP Pen,
Hmm.
and I watched a lot of reviews of it, and they recommend it for beginners like me.
Hmm.
So I got them. I'm still happy with it. It's a
Hmm.
22 E Pro XP Pen. It has some parallax problems, but well, it a lot of tablets has some parallax problems, but not a big much. So yeah, well, Jeroen, I sent it to your email. Just check it if there's
Okay.
something for you. But
Yeah.
like I said, if you wanted to have started, maybe you should, start smaller first before you, pay $2,000 for a tablet or
Yeah,
something.
2000 is never going to happen.
No,
No, no,
2000 is
but
too
Wacom
much.
is very expensive.
No,
that's
no, no, no.
literally
You're
2.5 months pay for me.
well. It
Yeah,
depends. Wait, it depends on what brand and what model you want. Because I mean,
sure.
I would also never give 2,000 for a tablet because it's like too much. For example, this one I'm working with, it's Intuos, and it cost me like 350.
Yeah, I got mine for 250. It was a sale or a Black Friday deal, and I got it from Germany. And within 2 weeks, I got it. I'm very happy with it still, but I haven't, done all the features because the problem is I need to have a laptop with Photoshop on it, and then externally the tablet. So I don't have a tablet with a program on it
Yeah,
because well, it's way too expensive for me to buy something like that. So I need
yeah.
some external device to run that program, and then I can draw in on a tablet.
Yeah, and that's the thing why I decided to get this one because whether you have to put your PC on and then look into a tablet or just look into a monitor, it doesn't really matter. And
Now,
the thing is, Vacuum Intuos is considered to be a professional one. It's used by many pros.
mhm.
I've seen many like people who do drawing for a living.
Yeah,
They use this model, so I don't think it's
yeah,
bad. And
Wacom is very good. That I don't deny that, but
but
yeah, I don't have the
there are
money to
there are
buy
many other
Wacom.
brands. There are other brands. For example, I think Euron was what was the brand again, Euron?
Huion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I
So
can.
that's also another one.
Yeah,
Or for example, I'm just checking some. I'm going to put it. I'm not because I have
I heard
just
that the three most common are Wacom, XP Pen, and Huion, at least for now,
yeah,
because of the quality. And Huion is then basically a cheaper version of Wacom, they say, but they have to yeah. Some things are a little less than what Wacom offers, but
exactly. Yeah, well, I'm happy with my XP pen. So, but I don't know. Hua one? Do you say? I'm not maybe
XP
Huion.
pen. Yeah,
Huion.
XP pen. Here we can see it. That's it.
Yeah, this is a smaller one. This is a 12 inch. I got a 22 inch, and you get a two pens with that. With the version that I have
Mhm.
two digital pens that you see in the picture, and also that hand thingy for uh, smudging or when you
Yeah,
paint.
I have that as well, and I made it from a sock. So yeah, I don't need to pay like loads of money to get a thing you can make. You can just take a simple glove you wear for winter, just cut off three
Yeah,
fingers, and you're good to go.
I'm going to show you a little bit. I have to make a little bit more light, so bear with me. It's
Wow,
getting
even
dark.
more light.
It's getting dark.
It almost looks like you have a fire burning beside your couch or something. But
Okay,
it's
Johanka is
all-
laughing.
It's just, ow. It's just a lamp. Eating some licorice. So, this is sorry for the chewing. This is my my digital pen.
Mm-hmm.
You can open it. Oh, this is the wrong button. Wait.
is it the camera on your tablet or is that pen really thick?
No, that's
This
just
is the holder. How do you say it? It's in it.
Okay, yeah, you showed it and you said this is the pen. So
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull it out. This is the pen,
Mhm.
and you have some buttons here that you can see.
Okay,
You
wait,
can
wait,
use
wait. No,
other
no,
screen.
no, no.
Now, yes.
Yes.
Now make him bigger.
Oh yeah, you
Wow.
can make it big as well.
How?
When you in your StreamYard, when you go over him, yes, on the top left,
Hello there. Where's the camera?
center of attention.
Stop chewing.
So with this pen, you can change a lot of things when you're drawing on the fly, and this is the what's the camera? Okay, you
That's
can put
his
it in
brush.
here. You can. It's chargeable, by the way, through USB. And here on the back, I'm not sure if you can see it. Oh yeah, those are the things that you can pull out and put it in the
Yeah,
on
that's
the
it.
tip.
Extra pen
Those are
nib.
the
Called pen
Yeah.
mix, yes.
pen tips. So I got 2 of them, so that's great.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, well, that's it. That's what I wanted to share.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
this is my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. And mine looks like this.
Mine looks like this.
That's not a pen. What's that? What's that,
Okay,
Miriam?
This is the pen.
Oh yeah, you can go away there, Jeroen.
Okay, so it looks similar to yours. When I first
Yeah,
got it, I was really angry because for me it's really thick. I like really thin pens for drawing.
Yeah.
And this is the holder. So
Oh yeah, you can put it in there. Yeah.
yeah.
Mine is this one.
And the magic nibs are here.
Oh yeah. Look also on the bottom. Right.
Oh,
This is my brush.
What's that? No, it's a marker.
No.
That's a marker. Well, it looks like a marker.
yeah, Faber-Castell. That's the best brand for the
Big
artist.
brush.
Mm.
Yeah.
Artist pen, big brush. Don't go saying it's a marker. It's well, if it's a marker with Indian ink.
Okay.
Where did you go? Come back.
I need to put something away.
And
I'm
I use this to ink.
Okay, just
What?
give me a sec.
Zoom out. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
that's literally
Yeah.
Mhm.
very small.
Okay.
But you have it in several sizes. You have
0.1,
0.1.
0.3.
Well, I use the 0.03. 0.05, the 0.1, and the 0.3.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, the minimum I can get is 0.7 over.
And especially for mariners,
Yeah. What's that? Wait.
it says big brush.
Let me see.
Big brush.
Oh, cool. That's a
Artist
fat one.
pen big brush.
That's a fat one.
Yeah. It's for a large, big spots that you have to color in. Then you don't have to waste your ink on these quite expensive ink pens.
All right.
Yeah. Okay,
I
and now
also use, by the way, this. You showed the blue lines, right? I
Mhm.
use this.
Oh, that's the best one.
The
Well, cool.
non-photo blue sketch.
Huh?
Yeah.
It won't focus.
Hey, it doesn't matter. We can
Well,
see
it's
it.
a non-photo blue sketch pencils.
Huh?
And I also have it in technical pen on 2 millimeters.
Okay, so
Cool.
we can basically see how you can make a comic traditionally and also
Yeah.
digitally. Okay, cool. So that's all the things that you can get from ClipStudio so far. But the main clickbait over here, and wait for it because I think Euron was like, oh, wow, is this tool over here? I will make
You
it
mean the one with the grass? Or?
yeah, the grass thing.
Right.
Very
Okay.
easy grass.
Yes, very easy grass. So let's say I want to draw grass. I go to vegetation, pick a grass that I want, for example, this one, and I simply draw the grass.
Hmm.
Or if I want it, okay, that's not the one,
It's the white.
but I can make it like this. So it
And
has
you can
white.
make it green.
Not right here because we have the canvas set to black and white.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but I can make any color I want. That's just the thing.
Nice.
Or I can make it like this, or black, or how did I make it? Maybe like this. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, cool.
So you can just put it there, or you can make grass like this. It's good for further grass lines. I will make it on a separate layer so you can see it. So I will just make these strokes and just make it bigger. And you have grass.
Yeah. Some kind of field.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or you want
Now
to
draw a horse.
make, or you
And background. Your strength.
Yeah, with 5-point perspective.
did I tell you that I love you guys?
Maybe.
Okay. Next, you can draw some maybe tree line. You can see it really well. But these are some trees.
The forest very far away.
Yeah, very far away forest. Or you can make. Oh, it's called foliage. How do you pronounce it? Foliage.
Foliage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. That's how you
foliage.
say it. Foliage.
You can
Yeah.
you can like draw tree tops, and it will look like trees.
When you make it green.
Yeah, so maybe some
Attack
tree
of the
tops.
ant.
Or let's say you're drawing some fight scene and you want some flying rocks over there, so you just draw some flying rocks over there.
Hmm.
And you have some flying rocks.
Yeah, then you can draw Ray from Star Wars. Oh, I can juggle rocks. I'm great.
Well, or if you want, if you are doing some clothing, I've seen Mangaka Ma'am
Yeah,
doing this.
chains.
You can draw the lace, for example,
Oh, for a burlesque woman or something. Okay, cool.
or maybe you can.
Yeah, and then you can use the chains to
Well,
chain her up.
What kind of sick farce do you have, Jeroen?
No.
You sick bastard.
maybe some chain.
Yeah. Okay, Darth Maul. Okay, I get it.
And the thing is, right now it's looking realistic, right?
Yeah,
I will,
maybe a
I
little
will
bit
show
too
you.
realistic.
Okay, realistic. And let's say I will switch this layer into health tone. You do it right over here. It's like
Yeah.
layer properties. Everything that is going on with layer is over here. So I click layer properties and I click tone. And now I can play with it. And you can see it's not realistic anymore.
Right. Can you draw over it and make one yourself? Like what's the word? Tracing?
You want the line art, so you just click over here and you get.
Yeah, because if you let's say you draw your character, right? And then you do use that's actually cool.
Oh wait, that's cool.
That's the thing I was telling you. The program just allows you to do simple things with few clicks without drawing it. And now I can make another layer, take a pen, the G pen, set it, and I can draw some maybe details that I want to make. For example, the connection and maybe a little bit of shading. But I already have this set, so I created it. And the thing is, I say I don't want this, I don't want the outlines, so I go back and I switch the outlines off and turn it back again. And that's the thing that Photoshop can't do. At least I think. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That's actually cool. I mean, it takes less work and effort to do those things.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna draw something and you want to chain people up, right, like this, and if you gonna use that program or that tool, it needs to blend in with the art that you are making. If you have not realistic art, but you have a realistic chain, it doesn't mismatch. It doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't flow with the things that you are creating. But if you have go in and then do something like this, like a little bit of a personal touch, then yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
can you also bend the chains?
Yeah, I can. Okay. I mean, I can bend it. There is a tool like
Doesn't
this.
the chain form the way you use the brush over the sheet?
Yes. Yeah, you can either literally make the chain like bend it.
Oh, okay. Right.
You just draw it. It's like a brush. You just draw over it. Or the second way how to do it is when you've drawn it and you want it to change the shape, then there is this tool over here, and
right.
create like this, and you will know this from Photoshop. But
I know
Photoshop
this.
will give you only this grid, but here again you can even expand the grid, so you can,
Yeah, you can manipulate all those points.
Yeah, those points. That's really good. I really love this tool because sometimes I make a line art and then I turn it on after a few days and see like, okay, this needs a little bit of editing and this is how I do it. But the thing over here is once you move any of these points, you will lose the sharpness.
Right.
So
But I don't think that would really be a big problem for most people because this kind of art style is actually starting to get used more and more again.
Yeah, not only that, because chains are mostly small, so the details is probably for that shot not very important, unless you
Okay,
do a splash page with some person in change with very zoomed in focus on the change. Then yeah, then maybe that could be a problem. But if you do it, like in the background, like some person is locked up in a chamber or somewhere in the dungeon, and use those locks, or how do you say? What is that? Flowers
yeah,
or broccoli?
it's not.
Broccoli.
Okay, it's not only about. It's not. Okay, I will switch it off. So you can see.
Okay.
That type of art style, can you share my screen for a moment?
Yeah.
That's actually, this is an Indiegogo campaign that actually uses the same type of art style for the background of the panels.
Yeah.
All the
Good.
dots.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know
Yeah,
if I
that
can
is like
zoom
a
further.
Photoshop thing
Yeah.
that you can put over it to
Yeah.
give it more more a personal flair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's actually getting used more and more these days again. That it was a very, well, yeah, an old. It was considered an old art style, but more and more people are trying to combine these more nowadays art with the backgrounds of the old art styles. That's
I personally
actually,
do not like that very much. Well, I'm saying that wrong. I mean, it's not that I don't like it, but if you have it depends on the style, and if you have a very clean art on the front and you have some very heavy uh, effects on the background, it's for me it's distracting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know, I just like more cleaner. But this is the campaign. I forget his name. Deep Well, no,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Deep Well. It actually fits what the creator is going for. So Mike Murphy, Chibi. Yeah, it looks really good, and it doesn't distract at all. It's what he's
no,
creating. No, but I see some art that is has a panels full of that weird stuff that I actually don't like
Okay.
personally.
I don't know what happened. Oh, okay. We're back. Good.
Kate, can you import the drawing that you did a couple hours ago on your stream?
Mm-hmm.
earlier
Yeah.
today.
Yes.
I forgot it.
Okay. But I already made some changes over there.
Okay,
You want
okay.
to see
Can you
something with the
zoom in?
background?
Yes. Well, not much the background, but the effects. Can you zoom in on the shoulder of the left guy?
Yeah, but even my PC is acting up. So. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I saw you did some changes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
these effects. You see this that blocky, dotty.
Okay. Just a second. I will just. This is the thing I wanted to show you, but I will show you later. It points out the panel that you are currently working on. So I will need to switch myself into this panel over here, and now it signifies that I'm working here.
Okay, so if you're going to zoom it in, you see a lot of effects there. Personally, to me, it's not what I like because it's very distracting. I like to more, like I said, this is my personal opinion, to have it more, maybe more way. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm struggling to come up with what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It needs to be less. Maybe it's not the word that I'm trying to say. Maybe a little bit lighter, or maybe less intrusive.
Could be.
If you see this from far away, then it's perfectly fine. But if you have like I said, a splash page, and you have people can zoom in on the art, that's for me it's distracting.
That's the thing I was explaining earlier in the beginning. When
Yes.
you will never see this page like this, never, because because when you're looking at a page, it's probably about, I don't know, this size. The panel is about this size.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know what.
actually cool. Yeah.
So you need to visualize your panels, yeah, in the size that you are going to see in a print if you want to print it.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you are going to print it, you can, zoom in with your eyes on, if this is the comic, I'm going to zoom it in, and then you see all the detail. Is there a reason why you just implement that? Is that your personal preference, or is that for some kind of effect that you
Which
are
one do
going
you mean?
for?
Which
Hmm?
one do you mean? What do
Um,
you mean?
the effects on the shoulder and the face, and the part of the body.
You
If you're
mean
going to
this
zoom
one?
in.
This one. Okay. Okay. Oh, this. We're talking about this.
No, when you go to the face. Yes.
From him or her?
Now from him, you see these blocky effects on the arm, on the face.
Okay. This one over here, like uh, this.
The part that's supposed to be shadowed
Yeah.
out, you mean?
No. Exactly what Kate is. Yes, exactly that.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
This what you can see. It's when you combine two screen tone layers together. So
Hmm.
I can show you that. The first one is, I think, over here. So I just switched it off. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. This
Right.
is the second one, and again another one. But when you combine them, it shows it like this.
Yes, exactly. For me, like I said, that's a little bit too much.
Hmm.
But that's your style, of course. But is there a reason that you want to do that with the panel? Is that a
I want
personal
it.
preference,
Yes,
or is it
yes.
just
I
look
want it to
cool?
be. I want it to be more intense. I want it to be more intense because when I tried it to switch it off like this, and for me this is kind of bland.
Yeah, I know what you. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yes, but isn't
That's
that
what
so
I.
that you could? Yeah, yeah, okay, I get it.
That's
It
that's what I
also puts
mentioned
more
in.
light in the scene because you shadow a part of the body out.
Yeah, well, it's not the lighting that is my complaint. The lighting is actually very cool. I mean,
No,
just
but I
just.
mean the effect that she created
Mhm.
gives more light to the scene where it's not shadowed.
You
Right.
mean
Yeah,
you
it
mean
highlights more.
over you mean over here?
No, I mean because it's the shadowy part is darker this way.
So the
The
light shows out.
the the part there, the part of the body that's the light touches, so to speak, is lighter. So you have more of a contrast between the shadow and the light.
Yes, and again, it's important for each panel to think of what you're trying to say with the panel. For example, I have few panels that aren't that much of a contrast. I was already showing that these two faces.
Hmm.
Uh, I only use one layer of the shade for the face over here. I didn't use the
Yeah.
second one, the distractive one. So as you
Actually, I
can
like
see,
I like this effect, but way more. It's way less intrusive, way less visible.
yes,
This
but
is nice and shadowy.
that's the intention. That's the thing you want as
Okay.
the author. You want to express it,
Hmm.
because this is just some calm things that are like two people looking at each other, and basically nothing is going on. But this is action, and what I wanted to do is to focus people eyes going over this area over here the most.
Yes, exactly.
So
The impact. Yeah,
yes,
and the
and I
movement.
and I almost didn't shade this part over here. There are almost no traces of shading over here because that's
Hmm.
the place of the impact where the key lands.
Right. I mean,
And
actually, I like this shot a lot. It's very dynamic. Love it.
yeah, it took me. I had to redraw it like 3 times to get it straight.
Only
Really.
three.
Yeah, only three. Not completely redraw it. I don't mean like do layer and layer and layer, but completely redraw the picture, like from the scratch.
I'm gonna probably do it 2,000 times or something in 5 years.
At
Um,
least you're drawing. I keep rewriting my stories.
yeah, that's what I'm not
Yeah,
doing
I did
right
that
now.
too. Yeah, I did that too.
At
Okay,
least you are already drawing. I'm not even there yet.
What do you mean I'm even drawing? I don't draw.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's,
she is drawing her comic. I am
yeah.
still writing and writing and rewriting and rewriting.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
but
which,
you,
Nerian, speaking of which, of Kate, so you are doing still the webcomic, right? So how many
Mhm.
pages did you complete it from the beginning? Over 200, over hundreds?
I have first two chapters finished, the prologue and the chapter one. Are we talking about drawn pages or written pages?
When he
Completed
says done, I think he means what you have released or ready to release.
Yes.
Okay, so chapter one is around, I think, 16 or 17 pages. Sorry, prologue, and chapter one is around, let me check, I think
16 or
20,
16?
16.
Okay. One
One
six.
six.
I think both are somewhere around 17. So together I have like 34 pages, and the chapter number two has 20 pages. And again, here we go with the map. So I have math. So I have around maybe 54 pages together with when I finish chapter two and release it.
So
So
you
basically,
basically have an American concept comic ready to release.
Yeah, but I
it's
don't want to do it this way because I was thinking of making it like a thicker book, like when you have a manga issue.
right.
I
I'm not
think
really familiar with how it works with manga, but I know that in Comicsgate a lot of people starting to do 48 pages or more. So I know what you mean.
yeah,
Well, not
but
only
if I
comic, it's more like people who do crowdfunding, right?
yeah, that's the thing. If I release these three chapters into Indiegogo or Kickstarter or wherever,
Mm-hmm.
it would be pointless because up to these two chapters, the story isn't evolved to the point to be let out.
Again, I'm sorry I didn't catch the last part.
Uh, yeah, I am writing a story, and the story is going to a certain point.
Yes, it's evolving.
And yes, and when it gets to this certain point, then I can put it to Kickstarter as a complex something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
So
right
like,
now I have chapter two, maybe out of 7 or 8 chapters. And when I'm doing the chapter 7 or 8, I know that the story or the first part that can go out and be seen by people or read as a book. I'm not explaining it well.
yeah, I know what you mean. Probably you want to have a complete story in one
Yes,
volume. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Uh,
Okay.
7 times when you said you were doing around 16, but 7 times 16, then you would be releasing a really big comic. That's like 100 plus pages. Some people do that, but you might want to consider cutting it in a few parts, like 50 or 60. That's
Yeah, I was
Yeah, because,
talking about this
because
with
with,
my friend
yeah.
from Singapore, and the thing is, we went through the story, and it just can't be shrink. Just can't. It's
yeah,
not
but if you
possible.
have enough action, you can use the action parts also as kind of a cliffhanger kind of idea, that people looking forward to the next part of the story, so to say.
Can you share the screen, Kate?
Oh,
To me. I want to show you.
okay.
I would make a little more light if I were you. You are
Well,
basically blacking out.
But
I know. Okay. Just
yeah, okay. But you didn't ask me to share a screen.
No,
uh,
he means him,
yes.
his
Share me.
webcam.
Okay, like this. Oh wait,
Yeah, but he wants his face big.
Show me.
wait. How?
Well, that's the
Okay.
way too late.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, basically, this is a book that I ordered. It's called Rogue Trooper. It's thick. It has, unfortunately, okay, there's no pages in it. I mean, but let's say this is heavy. So if you produce your comic bonds, right, and you're going to
Yeah.
do something like this with, I don't
Yes.
know, this is more than 200 pages, right? It's probably 4, maybe
Yes.
5, I don't know, maybe 3.
And yes, and this
Um,
will cover maybe like 10 chapters.
yeah, but the problem is if you sell it on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or whatever, you're going to pay a lot of shipping costs because weight is a very big option or a big problem when it comes to shipping comics. So just like Jeroen is saying, it's better to do it, in multiple chapters, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, until you have completed all the comics. Why? Because first of all, you can make more money off it, because the first comic, and if it's going to be successful, then people are going to buy the second one and also maybe the first one again for those who do not have the first one. So basically you sell more. Not only that, and you don't have the shipping cost problems. So it's why it's better to do smaller or episode like I said, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3,
Mm-hmm.
instead
Yeah,
of
you can
one book.
also build your fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because if you complete it all in one book, people say, yeah, okay, I'm going to buy it, and maybe you have, I don't know, just pulling out of my head, 100 backers or 200 backers or 300 backers. But if you are building your fan base, it could go up and up and up, and people want to have the volume 1s and the volume 2s. So people are coming in like volume 3 and volume 4 and said, hey, I don't have volume 1 and volume 2, I want to buy that too. So you can offer them as as an extra perk, as a bundle. And people can pay an X amount of money for that. So it's better to start smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and then building up your audience and your fan base,
Yeah,
basically.
like we kind of have a small story like that because Marinus he has backed a book called Vestige last year. I was too late for that campaign because I came in later, but he told me about it. He made a review about it. We talked about it, and because of that, he backed 2, but I also backed 1 and 2 on that
Yeah,
campaign. So
Mm-hmm.
because
exactly.
he told me about it and showed me things about it, I bought it the second time as well. So
Yeah,
if you release one book, it's
you
basically
can go back
people
to.
don't know you on Indiegogo or Kickstarter. So it's basically a very big risk for what you're asking. But as soon as people hear, like, yeah, she fulfills on time, good price quality, people like
Yeah,
the book, the story, the art, people
yeah,
start talking about it. So the next time you do a campaign, more people will come. But if you release it in one big book, not everybody who is interested later on thinks to buy it or maybe doesn't even know where to buy it.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing, and that's the thing I think it's going to get me buried at some point. I was talking that maybe I would make like a thick book of making chapter 1 to maybe chapter 7, and I have written the summary of the story. Marinus, you read the story or the
yeah.
summary.
Yes, it's
Do
great.
you, do you, do you remember how many chapters does it have?
A lot.
Yeah, 60. It has 60 chapters. And
Yeah.
I'm planning to put 7 of them into a thick book. So, oh, I'm like screwed already. I don't know.
I don't know why. I mean, you can release those 60 chapters through the years.
Yes,
I
I
mean, it
plan to
doesn't.
do that as a long-term project. I plan to do that. But the
Yeah, but
thing
you
is,
can see it as an ongoing series, you know?
Yeah.
yes. For example, do you remember when I was talking the first time with you? I was talking about my inspiration. I will
Mhm.
just show it on the screen. It's called Sunken Rock. It's a manhwa, and that's also biggest inspiration for me when it comes to fights and punches and the movement. Just a minute, I will need to click it. Okay, so here you can see, for example, and this manhwa is it has like 100 and of 73 chapters, I think, and it's made into, I think, 10 or 12 books, and the project lasted 10 years. So if I do this right, and if I manage to keep up with all of this, this could be a really beautiful and long-term project, and I really, really want to do this. I already told you guys, I fell in love with this project.
Yeah, what you can do is when it comes to adding more pages, like let's say 150 pages, right? Let's pull a number. What you can do is that you can use cheaper paper, and because of weight reduction, you know what? So you don't have to do fancy thick paper like a lot of comics do. The smaller comics use very fancy thick paper with glossy shine effect on it to stand out. But if you do like a manga-esque comic, there is a creator on Indiegogo. His name is Kyung Lee. He does a manga called Battle Made of Knuckleball, and his first book is very cool looking. But the second one, the second print, by the way, he does it on newsstand. It's so it looks manga-esque more, but the weight of that book is also weight reduced. But it's a small book. But if you go for the, let's say, 150 pages, you can. What's the word I'm looking for again? When it comes to shipping, you can solve those problems when reducing the weight.
Yeah.
So you still can put off great quality, only you have to use a different paper stock.
Yeah.
There's also another way in crowdfunding that you may want to think about of using for reducing costs, because if you price your book on a certain way, you can say like, well, the first 5 chapters are crucial for the beginning of the story to set the scene, you know. But you can also say like the first 5 is for this amount of money, but if you reach this amount of money on the campaign, so let's say you reach 5,000, then you have all the costs that you made out of it, just saying a few numbers, but so don't pin me on it. But you can say when we reach 5,000, we reached all the money that I put into it. As soon as we reach it, I add another chapter, so that you can make the book bigger
as a stretch goal.
You know for sure that you have the money out of it.
Yeah. So you
kind of build the book with extra chapters by telling the people, if we reach this amount of money, you get a free extra chapter. So basically, you get the money that you need to produce it, and the extra money goes into the extra pages, so to say.
Yeah. Or maybe some.
That way, it doesn't kill your campaign on the shipping costs to some countries, because some countries, I heard some countries even had about $60 of shipping total. But you have all the different kind of money out there.
And don't forget, you had a book as well, Jeroen, that it cost you, right, when it comes to our country. Extra.
Some countries like ours, as soon as it costs more than a certain amount of money when it crosses over the border, we have to actually pay extra when a book is when a package is over $50 worth, so to say. What was it? 25, I think. Then every dollar above the $25, we have to pay extra shipping. I'm not sure how it's called in English, but
you have to pay more.
Yeah,
because
we have that as
to
well.
get it into the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
so that way, if you build your book up with stretch goals, it saves you on money, because if you have a set amount of money, unless you reach the minimum that you need to get all the money out of it from yourself, you might get stuck below that, and then it costs you instead of earns
So the
for
more
you.
pages you add, the more risk is that your book is, is getting more expensive that you actually want.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea for you to have, let's say, 100 or 150 pages. Bring out a book that capture the readers, have a story in it with maybe a complete story or a story arc, or maybe some follow up to the next volume that people say, hey, you know what? This is great. I wanted to know what's in volume 2 and in volume 3. But if you are releasing like 7 chapters or 20 chapters in one book, it's way too risky.
Yeah, but just look at other crowdfunds as well. They offer more story through ash cans or whatever, extra pages, extra chapters, additional art, or the prequels or something like that, whatever they decide to do. But they actually add stories by having people basically people want to reach your goals, so they start to share your campaign, so you get hopefully more customers, and as soon as you reach that goal you offer something in return. So that can be an extra chapter or something that you build up your book, but you have a baseline by, let's say, 5 chapters, and you build upon that, but it doesn't cost you extra.
Exactly. So because the trade paperbacks that we are buying, or I'm buying, I buy a lot of comics, but let's say Jeroen, Death for Glory, and this was the first trade paperback that we reviewed or something. Well, we
Our
don't
very
call
first
it stream, exactly, and Jeroen bought that as well. This is a chapter 1. Those are floppies combined in a trade paperback. That's 1 through 6. By the way, the second volume is out. By the way, Jeroen, you can buy that.
And next stream coming up.
Yeah, but yeah, it has 6 volume in 1 trade paperback, and it's this thick. So, and it's about 28, 24, 32 pages per comic. So let's say 156 pages or something. Yes, that's one.
Wait.
Comic. This is 1 through 6. It's a very great, cool comic. I highly recommend it.
Me too.
So this, So it's about 165 or 56 pages with some extra art and making of and different covers, and it has explosive, dynamic art. And if you go to the back, Jeroen, a little bit you can see some covers. So you can use that as as something extra for the backers. Give them some extra pages, some making of, or maybe some deleted scenes or something. Or maybe some projects that you are rejected, that you are not going to use for your book, but you still have it somewhere on your computer that is worth looking at. You
can also always, like, this is my Star Wars comic, but you can also always, some people really like that, because he asked me to show the additional covers. Some people do that in there, but also some people, Marvel does it here. They do the line art in the back. So basically you have the colored comic is here, and then you have like this, and then you have here the line art as well. Some people really like that. You can do that as an extra stretch goal, or just as an extra making of kind of mini book.
Yeah, Kate can do that, maybe probably different, because she's making a black and white comic. So maybe on the back of the comic book, of the trade
I
paperback
could
that you
put
want
colors.
to
I could
color.
put,
Exactly.
yeah, colored ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or instead of that, you can put a part of the script in there. Some
Also,
people really like that as well.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
well,
a special perk that's a little
yeah,
well, I think
more
I saw many.
expensive, but
I saw many different perks. For example, I will put your face into the comic,
yeah.
or I will put your name into the comic. Yeah, I've seen many different perks like that. I will still need to look into it a little bit more. But for now, I was really focused on actually making at least those first seven chapters, because
yeah.
if I don't get there, I don't get to go to Indiegogo at all. You know, because
Yeah.
I want to finish the first arc to make a complete story that from which the story can evolve again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But alles
like you
trouwen,
said, you can
yeah.
release the arcs in smaller volumes if
Yeah,
you know what
what
I mean.
I try to explain, I have an example here because this is the floppy that I just showed.
Hmm.
It's 1/6 of the collected edition. So
Hmm.
you can put the whole Darth Vader art is 6 books, and you can release them all in parts, and then you can release them as a collected edition as well. So you can write out a whole chapter, release it in parts if the story allows you to make certain cuts, of course. But then you can really this can turn into this.
Yes. So
And
afterwards you
this
can
is in
put
the
collected edition.
beginning to build your campaigns. This is cheaper, and after
Yes.
that you can always release it in a collected edition that
Yeah.
people that
Hardcover.
want that can have
Yeah.
the whole collection in one book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll need to think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of work, a lot of
A
work.
lot of
Are there still
information.
people here watching, by
Yeah, a
the way?
lot
I
of
cannot see it.
information.
Do we have still
Okay.
viewers?
Uh,
Yes, we have Yusurio here again, and he or she, I'm not sure, was here on on our first stream as well. So
we
right
have
now,
3 viewers, I see.
yes, three
Oh, nice.
viewers.
Maybe those people want to say something in the comments or not.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yusurio says hello.
okay.
Bye. Hi, Suryo. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad you are here.
Yeah, and the thing is that I will need to end this stream a little bit sooner than I expected. How about we make like a second part of how to work in Clip Studio, maybe
Yeah, I
a
like
week
that.
Yeah,
later.
sure.
A week? Then I'm
Yeah,
getting. Then I'm old. I'm old. In a week.
yeah. So
Everybody
well,
gets older every day, so what does a week matter?
that's
Well,
why
I'm a
we
week
need
older
to
than
do.
now.
No, that's why we need to do it a week later, because you're old. You need to absorb all the information, and you know.
That is true. That is true. But thankfully, we can always watch it back on your channel. So yeah, I mean, it was great learning experience for me. I mean, I didn't know that there's so many tools that I didn't find in Photoshop, and maybe they are there. But like you have said, Kate, that this is way more accessible for new people like me to get into digital drawing with Clip Studio. And you also say that you can, if you can buy. Well, I have to lease. Is that the right word? Rent, lease, pay a monthly
Yeah,
subscription
yeah, yes,
for
monthly
Photoshop.
subscription. Clip Studio doesn't have this, or well, they do have this in some kind of special form. But if you only want the program, you just buy it, you have it, and that's all. It's
Yeah,
yours
you don't have to
forever.
pay extra for monthly subscriptions,
Yes,
etc.
yes.
They do
Okay.
that too.
And
What?
we haven't
They do
covered
that too.
one. We haven't even covered 1/5 of all the program has to do or can do so far. So
Well, we do that in the second
Part two.
part.
yeah,
A
yeah.
little
I
bit by a
really
little bit.
wanted to show you perspective rulers and how to make panels and so on. But I really have to go now. So
No problem. Like I said, it's a very interesting stream. I hope the people who watched us still enjoyed the stream as well. And yeah, we're gonna do this again very soon. Maybe less
yeah,
than a week.
Yes.
yeah, maybe less than a week. But I will need to
Who
think
knows?
about it a lot. Maybe during weekend it could be done.
Yeah.
Weekend maybe.
But this Saturday, by the way, before I forget, we go into my channel, Darksiders Comics, by the way, and we have a special guest star, and it's a crowdfunded comic who does actually a 150-page comic book, by the way, or something like that. So he's coming to my stream, and we're going to talk about it and promote a little bit of his book. And you two are there as well, I guess. I mean, Kate, you are there Saturday.
Yeah.
You also, Jeroen.
Yes.
So if the people want to come over as well, it's going to be fun. Let's see what happens. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Let's do this again soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
We'll see you then, guys.
all there. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Great.